Space. The final. Wait, we'll got the copyright this, guys.
These are the voyages of the USS Enterprise. To boldly go where no man has gone before. I don't know what captain I was trying to impersonate doing that. I think I was going for Kirk, but there wasn't enough USS.
There's a little bit of Picard with a cold in there.
Kind of. Spock. Shut up, Wesley.
Hey.
That's the only thing I could think of. That's the only. I don't watch much Star Trek, so that's the only thing I could think of that he says on a regular.
Ooh. I think I might have landed in Canada.
Certainly looks icy.
It's negative 71 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, no, this is Canada.
Some parts of the Yukon you probably could get there. I'm not exaggerating.
Oh my god. I forget, is there a way of doing this in first person?
Hit down, I believe, or hold down.
Nope.
Up.
Nope.
Well, no, does a menu pop up at either one of those?
Oh, oh shit, I'm gonna freeze to death.
I think it's down. Well, don't worry about it yet. Just get. Don't freeze, then we'll worry about first person.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Mona.
I don't quite remember how to get the warmth.
It should be yellow materials. I think you can use to charge your environmental.
Uh-oh.
Or red. I honestly don't remember.
Red's carbon. And oxygen sometimes, maybe?
Oh, there's some yellow stuff. Go over and just eat that.
That's sodium.
I think you can use that to charge it.
Extreme cold damage detected.
Uh-oh. don't think it's really doing much, man. Gather ferrite dust.
Oh.
Extreme cold
Uh-oh.
damage detected.
Oh, somebody just like performed like a quintuple meme combo.
Oh.
I'm gonna send that to you.
Do it. Ooh, geode.
One, two, three, four. Five, actually. So I think it's pentuple.
Hmm.
There's just another meme in there somewhere that I'm missing.
Oh, I can't do anything about that. Okay, that's a thing. Okay.
Extreme cold critical.
Okay, repair a scanner.
Component repaired.
That's alright, I think you're about to die anyway.
That wouldn't surprise you too much. Okay. Recharge.
Go into, hold on, go back in. Go back into the menu.
Hang on. It wants me to get sodium.
Extreme cold critical.
You have no health left and you're freezing. You might not have enough time to get sodium.
Well, I mean, I don't quite know what I'm gonna do.
Well, you have sodium. You can refill your thing. Just trust me. Go in and go into your X suit.
Okay.
Technology recharge.
Elemental protection.
Well,
No, not life support. Hazard protection.
okay. Well, I'll keep that in mind for next time.
Sodium. Boom. And you're.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Duration 1.
Hi, Mona. Hello. Who's a good gecko?
Reach the max. Ah. Oh, my grave. Oh boy.
Yeah, you can get your shit back.
Yay. Reach this thing. Okay.
So yeah, any. Hey, Mona. Just any yellow materials you can use to boost that. Or it's sodium definitely, and then there's a couple others.
Okay. Ah. Not quite noticing anything new yet.
Well, I think a lot of the majority stuff that they added last patch was involving like the power system.
The power
So I don't.
system?
Yeah, so stuff like, let me think. Like how a lot of systems need like power and like a portal.
Huh. Alright. Hey, how about that? Hi. Yes, hi, hello, I'm the astronaut.
Hello.
I'm the astronaut. Floating around ad space.
Or to be fair, if we're quoting
Right, George.
Monica's. I was gonna say Game Grumps, their version of Monica. Hello. Yeah, they gave her a robotic voice before they knew.
Oh yeah, no, I remember.
The twist. I love that playthrough, by the way.
Yeah, I've seen past the point of Sayori with them.
That is still one of my favorite playthroughs.
Just gotta warm up real quick. Ah. I find myself on a strange world, alone, unequipped, and in danger. I have no memory of how I got here. No sense
I can't find
of
local
before.
fauna to mate with.
But at least the ship seems to recognize me. The controls react to my touch, or at least to that of my exosuit. I'm not dead yet. This ship is a lifeline out to the stars. Repair all of the things. Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, at least I'm warming up now. Okay. Send help. Broadcast. Send help. SOS.
I'm hungry and require new pants.
Please send sustenance. Stat.
And Jeff won't stop poking me. Give me something to poke him back. Just a stick. It just flies out of the atmosphere.
Stick just falls out of the sky. What the hell is that? That is God listening to my prayers.
Poke, 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 poke.
On a stick.
Speaking of Pokemon, get back here. You're a good gecko. We both know you're a good gecko.
Oh, Jesus. That is a void to the great beyond.
75.8 degrees Fahrenheit.
Possibly?
Now, if you could do me a favor, and please switch that to Celsius so I actually know what the fucking temperature is.
Now.
You fine!
Because then I won't have any idea of just how screwed I am. Although, well, I'll have an idea.
Well, I mean... Well, actually, hold on. Actually, I think minus 70, what you're at right now, minus 76, is roughly around like minus 55, minus 60 Celsius. Because I know that the only temperature that Celsius and Fahrenheit meet is minus 40.
Okay.
Actually, I might be completely pulling that out of my ass. Hold on. Minus 76. Oh, holy shit, I actually got it almost on the dot.
Ah!
Minus 60 Celsius.
Well.
So yeah, you are... Yeah, you are right around where the Yukon would probably be.
Well. Okay.
Oh, holy shit. Huh. Mars is only minus 63 Celsius.
Okay. Are you going to lead a trek to Mars?
Surface temperatures may reach a high of about 20 degrees Celsius. That's surprising. That's... Huh. I figured the distance between Earth and Mars would actually have a bigger differential, but Mona, that's my controller. Don't walk on my controller.
Oh, so I have an answer as to why you haven't been hearing too much in terms of cases of corona in the US.
Me?
So Mom's been down and out with that flu for a good few days now. Like, and it's still like its recovery is going real slow.
Hmm.
So, like, I mean, we figure probably not, but we may as well like just check and make sure, just on the off chance. Because I mean, here's the thing: Dad works for the airline, by the biggest airport in the world.
Hmm.
Yeah, that doesn't bode too well. So, so Mom tried calling up the hotline that was instated by the federal government, because our current vice president is supposedly leading the charge on all of this. She tried calling up the hotline and no one answered. So then she was like, okay, well. She was like, okay, well, guess I'm gonna go to the doctor and see what they have to say. So she went to the doctor. This was the urgent care. So it's like a general clinic. They don't have a testing kit. So they tried to call up the
Hmm.
hotline. Took several tries for the doctor to get the federal line. And what the doctor, or what the federal health line said was, basically the gist of it was, oh yeah, no, we haven't given testing kits to anyone, none of the doctor's offices, back from being out of the country, and um and or they're living with someone who has been in that situation. And so, I mean, that being said, y'all can just fuck right off. So they're literally not testing people who could have it. That's why there's such a low amount of people being reported right now, because they're not testing anyone.
Hmm.
Because, you know, we've got an election coming up, and that looks bad. Especially considering that the president decided to cut the majority of the funding to the CDC. So, yeah, again, we're pretty sure Mom doesn't have it, but let's just fucking hope that she doesn't, because they pretty much made their point abundantly clear. Uh, no one's gonna help us if that is the case.
Hmm.
We're literally on our own.
Well, for what it's worth, I mean, what was this? I know Japan, not Japan.
South Korea.
Oh no, China straight up stated that their cases are going down. Um, as well. Um,
Yeah, but they're actually doing shit about their problem. We're not. We're
hmm,
burying our head in the sand.
hmm.
Well, and meanwhile, China got a whole brand new hospital raised up overnight, like specifically for this.
Ah, look,
Yeah.
I'm trying to help you here, but you just keep giving me shit. Like, what do you
Fuck
want?
this
Sucks to be
country.
you? I'm trying. Like,
I'm just saying, man, like, most of the people that I've been talking to have been like, yeah, no, like, this is, like, barely anyone has it, this isn't something to worry about. And it's a little bit frustrating, especially considering that, like, I'm worried about my parents because it does target people with compromised immune systems and the elderly. And my parents are elderly, more or less, and my mom's a cancer survivor. So,
Hmm.
yeah, it's not good.
Well, like I said, even then though, for what it's worth, like the survive rate is like 85%.
It's still or it's still like 20 times more deadly than the flu, and rising. And
Well,
also, there's two strains of it now.
to be fair, I've had the flu about 40 times, so I should be dead twice.
You're also young and, well, more or less healthy.
Fuck you!
No, I say more or less because, like, the majority of people these days are not really optimal health. Myself included. Like, I mean, there is a part of me that is slightly worried about myself because I know I'm not in peak condition either, but, like, at least I've got youth on my side. Ish.
Well, you're older than I am. Like I said, the main thing I know about it, and this is the last I want to talk about this because this is just getting annoying, is the fact that I know that, like, if you actually do the calculations for the confirmed, like, recovery, like, fully recovered cases versus confirmed deaths is way off balance. Like, confirmed full recoveries is like 50,000 people. Compared to 3,000 deaths. And keeping in mind how many of these cases are in China, where those numbers are inflated.
Yeah, well, I don't think so.
Per percentage.
If anything, it's China. I think, if anything, it's deflated. Because, you know, China's not going to fucking want to, like, they're going to keep that under wraps as much as possible. If they can.
Well, okay, not to get too political. Well, considering... Okay. This is why I didn't want to get into this, because it just goes fully into politics, and I fucking hate politics. But, to be fair, what I meant by that was population. The population's a lot more inflated. Percentiles are different. Blah, 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 blah. There's that. There's also the fact that China doesn't give a fuck about anything. Like, they're fucking... No, after I learned about, like, the whole Hong Kong thing, no, fuck China. Fuck them. Fuck their goddamn, like that, and then there's the whole fact that, like, if, even their... There's also the fact that, like, their entire, like, culture is based on, we're the best. If you disagree, we will outcast you. We will fuck your life.
Whoa, wait a minute. When did we start talking about America?
Well, no, you say that, China's a lot worse. Like, a lot worse.
I know, but if we're just giving generalized descriptions here.
Yeah. Like, let me give you an example. There's a martial artist that practices mixed martial arts, MMA, in China. He has had his social credit revoked. He has been pariahed. He's been kicked out of every gym in the country. And when given the opportunity to actually fight somebody who practiced something like kung fu or Tai Chi or something more traditionally Chinese, they rigged it so hard it's not even funny. Like, he beat the shit out of the other guy, and they tied. And I don't mean like he beat him up a little bit. It was kind of back and forth. No, it was one-sided. It was Mike Tyson versus a baby. Like, it was a joke. And they're just like, oh, no, they tied. No, fuck China. Fuck them. Fuck them. Like, Chinese people, no problem with them. Their politics, their culture, their all that shit, no, fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them.
Well, culture, I don't know about culture, but like government. Because it's always one and the same. I say, speaking as an anthropologist.
No, I say saying as a human being who likes to have human beings actually have, treated equally, fuck them.
Where the heck? Oh, right here? What? Oh, wait. This? Whoa.
There you go, Gek.
There we go. Now, I do gotta say though, there was this whole bit on Daily Show. And it was Trevor Noah talking about how South Korea was handling the matter. And like, so get this shit. So apparently they set up a drive-through screening thing. Like, you don't even have to get out of your car. And they have it done within minutes. They managed to like do like checks on people to see if they have the virus, like 1,000 a day plus. And I couldn't agree with Trevor more when. Wait, hold up. You have drive-thrus for donuts, drive-thrus for marriages, drive-thrus for alcohol. What? Why don't you have that? You're the king of drive-thrus. Get on this. They're making us look bad. Fucking drive-through marriages, though. I was bringing this up to Heather, and I'm like, there's an idea. Why don't you just set one of those up, and then you add in the other 3? Because, like, if you test positive for that shit, then you're gonna want at least 2 out of 3 of the other things offered. Of course, go figure. The booze portion would probably just be serving up Corona beer. If the virus doesn't kill you, our shitty beer will. Nah, man, that stuff's nasty.
In other news, hold on.
There are critters. Hi, critters.
Oh, they're adorable.
Waddle, waddle, waddle.
Oh, they have little they're like armadillos with like weird feather butts.
Yeah, hopefully they don't jump up in spaceships.
Hold on, I need to see something here. Okay.
Incoming storm.
Oh, fuck off.
Okay, I'm officially saying this right now. Incoming blizzard. Have fun!
Yeah. Fuck.
Welcome to Canada!
I really need to get my laser upgraded.
But I'm gonna say this on record right now. And controversial statement, I don't care. So, why is Hideo Kojima like considered like a big like developer? Why?
It,
Like I like the Metal Gear Solid games, don't get me wrong, but one of my biggest problems with those games has always been the story. And it wasn't until I heard someone describe 3's story, like, very shortly, that I just went, oh my god. This is the simplest story on Earth, but it's so fucking complicated because Kojima keeps using these fucking absurdly complicated, like, terminologies just to make it sound more complicated. And then there's... Okay.
hang on. How do I do this again?
No, you put it on the
Put it on what?
charge. No, you don't put it on something, you...
Yeah, that's...
Hold on.
I hit X.
Go back. Hit X on that, and then move it to the hazard protection.
This thing over here?
Yes, move it on to the thing that says hazard protection. The only thing that's like lit up. No, not that. Remember, I'm a little bit behind. Like the thing that actually says hazard protection, like the only lit up icon in your inventory.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Ah, fuck the fucking storm.
Again, welcome to Canada.
Oh, getting close, actually.
But no, I mean, and then, like I said with Kojima, like my biggest issue with it is like two big things. Is Death Stranding, which I haven't played it, full admission, but one of my big problems with that game is the fact that it does. I've seen playthroughs of it, and I'm still just kind of like, what is this game? Like, it makes no goddamn sense, plot-wise or anything, really. And people are just like, it's a work of art, and I'm just like, no, it's a fucking walking simulator with more mechanics.
Okay, so, first of all, wouldn't you technically call Outlast that? And ooh. What is this? What are they?
Well, for the record,
Hey.
the main difference is the fact that Outlast is supposed to be a horror experience. And its plot isn't... Well, okay, Outlast 2's plot is kind of convoluted and stupid. No
one making this recording case leaving behind in the fabricator might be of some use. Supplies are damaged. Can't find ship. Cover supplies. Yay! Yay!
And also to slightly reword what I said earlier, it's a walking simulator that just has like more fancy shit put on it.
Okay, so, like, I haven't actually seen a playthrough of the game. I haven't been sure if I want to, like, maybe take a poke at it myself someday or something. But, like, since you have, can you explain to me what the actual fuck the pissing mechanic is supposed to be? Like, why is it there?
The what mechanic?
Death Stranding, there's supposed to be, like, a mechanic that involves, like, Norman Reedus peeing on stuff or something.
Oh yeah, you can pee
Yeah, why?
because you can.
Does it serve a purpose for anything in the game?
Because you can. No, I'm not even joking. Like, okay, I think there's like I think there's like a way to make like a piss and shit grenade. I'm not joking.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And like I can't remember what it does. It's something like it like it scares away enemies or something like that. I don't know. But like I said, my main issue has always been the fact that like it's way less than people. Much like Kojima's work in general, it's way more shallow than it looks. Do you know what the plot to Death Stranding is?
Not really.
So you're, to put it simply and to not spoil anything, you're a delivery man. Deliver packages. That's it.
Oh, so you're Fry.
Yeah, except Futurama's a lot better. But probably the one thing that always pissed me off, because nobody ever brings this up, nobody ever remembers that this happened. So there was a character in Metal Gear Solid 5 named Quiet. And her whole thing was that... Okay, I'm actually gonna have to go outside of the stream because I need to make sure I hear myself talking to this properly. My big issue with Metal Gear Solid 5, other than the fact that it's literally an incomplete game that's got like duct tape back together, but that's more Konami's fault than anything. Not gonna blame that on him. But the big issue that I've always had, is that there's a character in that game called Quiet. Now, I don't know 100% of her backstory, but I kind of assume the worst. Because of the fact that she rarely ever talks, hence the name Quiet. And we're talking like Operation Desert Storm, like around that, and probably a little bit before that, in terms of timeline. So you can assume that's probably not a good reason why she isn't talking. However, the big problem with the fact is she's constantly walking around in a bikini in a war zone.
Is this the character where they claim that like she breathes through her skin or some bullshit?
Yeah, that's the one. But here's the kicker.
I learned so much from Crack.com.
And this is what always pisses me off about Kojima, is that nobody ever gives him shit for this. He, before the game came out, everyone was giving shit towards the character because of her design. Kojima came out in an interview stating, "You will all regret making fun of her when you realize the reason." Something to that, almost those exact words. And the second I heard that, I'm just like, bitch, this had better be fucking amazing, or you are an asshole. Of course it's a stupid fucking reason. Yeah, she breathes through her skin. Which makes no fucking sense, because you can put her in her costume. Because you can dress her up, of course you fucking can. You can put her in a costume where it's just a regular outfit.
Yeah, I mean, you could make like a super baggy outfit.
And also, there's also the fact that, the reason for a character walking around in a bikini constantly in a war zone, you make up the reason for that because you're the writer. You twat. No, I never... and again, I like Metal Gear Solid 3. I like Metal Gear Solid 4. I think 5 is kind of overrated, just because the mechanics are good. And 2 and 1 are great as well. But the big issue is... It's just the fact that, the stories are way over-convoluted. And people, make fun of it. It's oh, his stories are so wacky, but aren't they so good? And I'm just like, no, they're convoluted as fuck. Stop. Just...
You know what though, that is partly it, but at the same time, when it comes to this kind of stuff, I kind of just shape. Yeah, this seems like a standard Japanese JRPG.
Oh no, but here's the thing, and some of it is a little bit cultural, because yes, Japanese things tend to do that sometimes. But here's the thing, his are just... But one of the problems is the fact that nobody goes to those weird Japanese RPGs except for Kingdom Hearts. Fuck Nomura as well. I have to say that every time I bring up Kingdom Hearts. But nobody goes to them and goes this is this magnificent piece of art. It's so cool, it's so well done. It's just no, it's fucking not. He's a quack who wants to put women in bikinis and just makes up convoluted excuses for it. And everybody fucking applauds him.
I am not playing.
What's up with the fact that Del Toro and Ito were involved in Silent Hills as well? I honestly would have been rather concerned for that game. Of course, then the game just didn't happen, so... Again, fuck Konami. Hashtag fuck Konami.
Cell phone games are the way to go.
I bring you... No, that's not even mobile fucking, phone games. It's fucking pachinko.
That's right. It was... But wasn't, one of the things was, wasn't one of the really big things was, you could play on your phone?
No, I don't... Not with Konami, at least. Everything they did was just we're just gonna take all the fucking all of our beloved franchises and turn them into goddamn pachinko machines, and then do nothing with the actual franchise. They may released one phone game. And that was seen as okay, but I don't really hear anybody talk about it anymore. But then they did stuff like, Metal Gear Survive, which...
I
that,
need, off topic for a moment, I need pure ferrite, and I'm pretty sure I need an upgraded beam. It's not really saying how to make an upgraded beam. Or, portable refiner? Oh shit.
yeah, you have to refine ferrite into pure ferrite.
Oh, Jesus. I do not remember how to do that.
Well, hold on. Look at the bottom right. Starship repair launch thrusters. Advanced materials required. Pure ferrite. Deploy the portable refiner. Access the build menu with
Exactly. What portable refiner?
So, okay, go out of your menu. Hit up.
Ah.
Yeah, just follow the bottom right. That will just teach you the whole thing.
Okay.
But, oh yeah. So, fucking... So, the main reason why I went off on this Kojima tangent in the first place was because Motherfucker Strikes Again. He just got interviewed involving why, like, Death Stranding got, like, mixed reviews.
Mm.
Now, I'm looking at the current Metacritic and user score reviews. I'm going to get to that in a second. But he said something to the effect of, in 2 or 3 years, we'll see. Which, first of all, is the most arrogant fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. But there's also the fact that the user score right now is a 7.2, which is fine. And the Metascore is 82. Those aren't bad reviews. Like, oh, he's such a dick. Oh, no, I'm serious. Like, he... Okay, I'm not gonna start reading reviews because that's just gonna piss me off. I started reading something about like genre-defining work of art, and I'm just like, oh, you pukey little fuck. Take off.
Oh god, how do I steer this shit again? Motherfucker. Ah!
Oh yeah, you had a lot of trouble with this, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
I think it's still like R2. So that's the thing is, I play heavily by like instinct and by like intuitive, like instinctual gameplay. So I usually don't know the controls by heart. I just kind of learn them, and then they're just there, and then...
It would still help knowing how to get out of, first person. Because I think during flight I would do, like, third person. Shit.
I think it's... Is it down or up? Because you can switch into... This is how you switch into... Utilities.
Nope, not that. Okay. Improvements are being made.
And switch Starship View. And it's the same way to go into first person when you're in just like normal mode.
We're going to Olympus. Okay. No, that's not where I want to go. Trying to remember how I shoot shit.
Okay. I'm not political, but this made me laugh. Listen, we have to bring our party together. And so far, the only thing that's truly united us is kicking the living shit out of Mike Bloomberg. For the good of the nation, Mike Bloomberg should allow us to continue to kick the shit out of him for the foreseeable future.
He is a real asshole.
He is, from what little I know of it. But I just think it's fucking hilarious. I thought that was going in a completely different direction, and I'm just like, no, that's accurate.
Nah, man, like, dude. So, like, the mainstream portion of the Democratic Party seems to want buying the win and everything. But, like, here's the thing. Have you heard some of his speeches lately? It sounds like he's already starting to get hit hard with dementia. Like, he's struggling to, like, remember what day it is, remember who he's being interviewed by. Like, he started reciting the Constitution and then, like, kind of peered out after a few words. It was like, well, you know how it goes. What? What? Dude.
Like I said, man, just get your ass up and just take a match and burn the bridge behind you.
Who sending? But here's Moon. What is on Moon? Trees! Trees are on Moon. Oh, what? Scary things are on Moon. What the fuck?
Scary things are on Moon?
Scary things are on Moon.
Oh yeah, it's the giant walker dudes. Yeah.
Hey guys! Please don't step on me, and please don't eat me. Well, they're always foraging, so...
Now protection fully.
It's just as cold here as the other place. Ah! Don't step on me! What are this? Ooh, hello. I feel faint, as if my mind is being invaded. Pustules on my skin grow, bubble, and pop, and I feel countless tiny stabbing pinpricks scrabbling from each gaping hole. Suddenly metal spiders, perhaps tiny sentinels, run up my shoulder and into my visor. Can this be real? This cannot be real. I start to scream. Wait. Hallucination fades. I have passed some sort of test. A reward materializes. Yay! I got a thing.
That was neat.
Yes. A robotic life form turns toward me. Light streams from their metal shell, forming a glowing fog that surrounds us both. They gesture towards me, accept knowledge. Name Corvax floats into my vision, an echo of the strange vision I just experienced. A word in this alien tongue is seared into my brain. I learned the Corvax word for Corvax. Gee, I wonder what that word could be. Could it be Corvax?
I was gonna say, I think it might actually be fucking like one of the other species names just to make it confusing. Human? What?
Oh man, I've been watching, or well, not watching, but I've been listening to the Time Suck podcast on the Bruder Grimm recently, and oh, it's good. There's some fucked up stories. My God, like I mean that's obvious, but like you don't realize just how fucked up until you hear some of the lesser known shit. Like my good lord, there was, and then there's. So he's been saying like a few of the stories and telling a few of the stories throughout the stream or throughout the podcast, I guess. And just like some were like, oh yeah, no, that's really fucked up. And then like some of it's just like, is this a fucking fever dream? What the hell? Like apparently there was one involving 2 sausages. Yeah. A liverwurst and a bloodwurst. Oh yeah, no, it gets weirder. So because apparently these sausages got anthropomorphized.
Hold on. Okay, phone away. The fuck are we? Hold on. No. The fuck are we talking about?
So okay, so first off, it's worth saying that the Brother Grimm never actually wrote these stories. Like they were a couple of scholars who decided to try and collect as many like mostly Germanic, like old Germanic like stories and fairy tales and whatnot as possible.
Okay.
Now, some of their stuff might have been like edited and or maybe like a little bit rewritten for the times. But most of it is just like collections of what they managed to for like a culture project, more or less.
Okay.
Yeah, like Rumpelstiltskin is probably like what, at least 400 years old or older. Like, yeah.
More
So
than likely.
yeah. So like, so there's apparently this one story that anthropomorphizes two sausages. This is a thing that exists. These are the two main characters of the story.
So Sausage Party was based off. Fascinating.
So one is a liververse and one is a blutverse, which is a blood sausage, basically.
Yeah.
And basically, it's to my understanding, the way it goes is like these two sausages are friends. And one day, the Blutwurst invites the Liverwurst over to his house because of his house, because apparently it's a guy.
I'm afraid to ask.
Well, he invites her to his house.
Hold on. I'm afraid to ask. Is one of them taller?
There is no mention one way or another.
Well, I'll never know which one's bigger. Continue.
So he ends up inviting her to his house for a party. So she's like, well, okay. So she goes over to his house for this party. And like the second she gets there, like she starts noticing there's like some really weird shit going on just on the stairs alone. Like apparently there is a shovel and a broom fighting on the stairs. That's the thing that exists. There's like monkeys on the stairs that are also fighting. Yeah. For no fucking reason. So she finds the Blutverse and it's just like, hey, so I was just walking inside and there's like some fucked up shit going on in your house. What? And like every time she tried to call attention to this, he would either like ignore the question or just like brush it off and be like, nah, don't worry about it, it's not important. And so then at some point the Blutverse excuses himself to go into the kitchen and check to make sure none of the stuff like has fallen to the ashes or whatever. Uh-oh. Oh no, I found an asshole! Go away, asshole! Screw you too! But so yeah, so he goes into the kitchen to check on the other food, and someone, I forget who it is, but someone goes up to the liververse and is like, dude, you need to get out of here, like, he's gonna kill you. And so the liververse is like, oh, what? Oh, okay. So the liververse heads out of the house, and, like, it's as the liververse is, like, out in the, like, front yard or whatever, she turns back and sees the Bloopverse watching her from the attic window with with a newly sharpened knife, and he just calls down to her, if you had just stayed a little bit longer then I would have had you. And that's the story.
Well, I can't think of a better note to end on.
Fucking fever dream. 16.
I wouldn't even describe that as a fever dream. I'd just describe that as fucking pointless. Hey.
I think scholars attempted in a particular case, their attempt is, oh, you know, the moral of the story is, like, don't trust people or something like that. Or go with your gut or something like that. But, like, the fuck? There are better ways you can relay this story.
Much.
I also did greatly enjoy when Dan Cummings was, like, explaining, like, he was recounting Rumpelstiltskin and, like, explaining a couple parts, and he's just like he's like, at some point, I feel like Rumpelstiltskin is just overall not a good businessman, like because, like, he trades a room full of gold for, like, a Shea peasant's necklace, and then, like, a Shea peasant's ring, and then, like, a firstborn child. Like, what is he gonna do with the kid? Like, he's probably gonna, like, trade it for, like, a candy bar or something.
Hmm.
And then with the whole, like, they have to figure out what his name is, and then, like, the messenger of the kingdom, like, catches him dancing around the fire, shouting his name at the top of his lungs like an asshole. Like, dude, you have one job. You can talk about literally anything for 3 days. You have one job, and that's just don't say your name, man. Oh, it's a really good one. I very much recommend it. I'll have to link you to it. Yeah, I feel you there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna call it just because I'm way past drifting off at this point.
Yeah, I'm pretty exhausted myself.
Oh.
But again, tomorrow is a 3-hour shift, so.
Groovy.
Mm.
Like I said, if anything changes with the PS4 situation, I'll let you know, but I think
for sure.
I think at least we're finally in the end of it.
At the very least, in the figuring it out stage.
Yeah, well, again, it's less figuring out at this point, more remembering. Because again, I've done this before, it's just... I don't know, I guess I just didn't figure it was just going to happen again, so...
Alright.
Yeah, well.
Eh.
You have a good sleep. I'm going to do the same thing.
For sure.